My name is Samuel Bode, and I live in Addis Abeba for 6 years now with my wife and 3 children. And we love this country. We love the nature of this country, the variety. We love to travel in this country, but we also love the people. We love injera. We have Anara Mitat in our house, and we eat it every day. So we came here because there was a woman who had a very deep heart beat for mothers who are alone with their kids here in Ethiopia, especially in the city, on the road of Addis Abeba. And she came here in the 19s and was here and saw that need and started to relate to the mothers and to their children. And she always thought we need to do something for those mothers and their children. So she came back 2010 and started a little project in a very small compound. Invited through the Border, got some contacts, and had 10 mothers in her project with their kids, just taking care of the kids. She is an educator by herself. And through time, after 2010, that project grew, got registered as a legal German organization, which is called Pignong EV, and grew up to 60 children, which are still today coming to our daycare every day. They're all from single moms who would not have any other option than locking the child in the house or not going to work. So we have the kids so that the moms who are single can go to work, find a job, get a credit, start a small-scale business, or do something that they aspire to do. So when we came 6 years ago, we started working here, me as the leader. I have all the responsibility for everything that's happening under this organization. And my wife, Mellie, was not working. She was in the house with our little child. But through time, she started going on home visits, for example, with the staff. We visit the mothers twice a year, so in the first and the second semester, just to encourage them to see where they live, to give them some advice, to just be there, do counseling, and also pray for them. That's what we do on a home visit. And Mellie started to participate in home visits, and she found families with disabled children who were really in horrible situations, where the kids were chained or locked in the house for years, not days, not months, but years. No development, no school, no access to community, no access to any social event. So completely exposed, completely by themselves, isolated. It broke her heart. And she started to think, what can we do for those kids? We're doing a good job for children from single moms, but what can we do for the children who don't have any other place where they could be or they could go? So that's how we started thinking about a new project. And over the years, we started thinking and talking about some help that could accommodate children with multiple disabilities which have no place to go, basically. We found other organizations who work on Down-Syndrom and autism, but we haven't found any place yet where kids with multiple disabilities can just get care. Not specific therapy, but just care, where they're just being treated and being loved, being fed, and where even the families can be incorporated to help them to live as much normal as they can. So that's how we started a new project. Just last year, we started that therapy project for 5 children that we have in our therapy room now every day. They have multiple disabilities. They cannot even hold their head by themselves, so they're completely dependent on a functioning wheelchair, on a loving caregiver, which is a mom or a dad, and somebody who can train them, which is called therapy, to do very basic, normal daily skills like holding a spoon and feeding yourself. So these are the easy things that we teach the kids now in the therapy, which my wife Mellie does, and we're so happy about that. In this project compound, we have 60 children, all of them from single mothers, who come every day. We care for them, we feed them, we prepare them for preschool with some very basic lessons, and we play a lot with them because we know that they learn best through playing. We have 3 groups. In every group, we have 2 children with a disability, and our teachers are trained to care for them and to walk with them and to just incorporate them into their daily activities. So there are different playgrounds, climbing, some for fine motor. We have a trampoline which helps for body balancing, and we really enjoy this big compound, which is 2,000 square meter, located in Ferencváros, because it's green, because it has a lot of fields, and we really know that this is like an oasis for the kids when they come from the community. We know they live in the forest, in a small house, to come to a playground where they can just be themselves and just be free. That's like freedom for them. So this is the best place. We have 27 staff in total, and from those 27 we have 17 are working in this daycare, and then we have like admin staff and other program staff. They come to us when they are 2 years old, and they stay for 3 years until they are 4, and then we give them to government schools who are our partnering government schools. We train the teachers of government schools about inclusivity. So in everything we do, in all the programs, you would find inclusiveness. Like, inclusivity is important. It's not exclusivity, it's inclusivity. So that means that kids who are special, or even adults who are special, they have a place in the society, and they must have a place in a school, in every school. Every school should have the capacity to enroll children who are special. I'm saying special because not every child is severely disabled. Some children just had a trauma and not a nice childhood, so that's what they take into school, right? So their behavior is like very outrageous or whatever, can be different things. So the teachers are really overwhelmed because the classes are too big. There are too many children in a class in the government school. So we're trying to build the capacity of the teachers, to learn how to manage and to administer a lot of children, and even with kids who have any disability. At the same time, we empower the parents. We have a women empowerment program where they fill business forms and request for loans. So we give small-scale loans if you want to start a business up to 15,000 birr. And then those women who start their own business will be gathered as a group, which is called like a self-help group. And that self-help group is going to support each other. They will open a bank book together and then pay their loans that they got from the organization back into their own bank book, and that will give them more access to bigger capital. We have a saving and credit association where 150 women are enrolled in, and they save regularly and they take loans regularly, which is also funded from this organization. And then there's startup material support, there are life skill trainings and business skill trainings. It's a holistic support for the mother, and there's counseling as well. To try our best to give holistic help, so that they can, not just give their child to a daycare and then go to the road and beg. That would be far from what we want to accomplish, right? The kid must be taken care of, but the mother has to be empowered. She needs to get counseling, she needs to work on her trauma if she has, and she needs to find a good job, learn something practical, get a life skill training or a practical skill or vocational training, or start a business if she wants to. We have some mothers who are really good business women. Not all of them are businesswomen. We found out through the years that giving small-scale loans doesn't work for everyone. It works for some mothers who have a business mindset. It's something that they grew up with. Some other mothers, they just want to get an employment and have a monthly salary, which is also fine. You know, we don't push all our beneficiaries to do this or to do that. So there are a lot of different tracks that they can be part of, and we believe that's the only way how we can really help holistically. I'm a runner for 8 years now, and I really enjoy that. I really enjoy being outside on the field. Running for me is balancing life, balancing different responsibilities, work, family, and running gives me a free head. I love to be outside and get some fresh air. I love to go into the mountains. I love to run on asphalt. My favorite races are the fast ones, where you really need to push your pace. And the training sessions are also my favorite ones, the fast ones, where I get to do a tempo run or a threshold, or where I need to push myself. Pushing yourself is good for your mind. It's good for your body. And it's also good for your character building, because pushing beyond what you think is possible with your body is such an amazing feeling. The feeling of having accomplished something that you have not thought of you can do, it's really an amazing feeling. I really love that. I love to inspire in running people who are not there yet, people who say, is it really possible to run in Addis? I was one of them 6 years ago when I came to Addis, and now I run almost every day, and I became faster, I became stronger. I can run uphill, downhill, I can do trail runs here on Entutu mountain, and I really enjoy all of that. So there is no running which is impossible in Addis. It's like everywhere else in the world. You can run wherever you want. I mean, people run on Mount Everest, so why not running in Addis Abeba?